Hey, what's up everyone? This is DCSG 81 and today we'll take a look at this SH Figuarts, the Street Fighter 5 Vega. Okay, so this is Vega, although I know some of you might ask why it says Balrog on the box. Okay, so we have to go back into some history. From where I come from, he is known as Vega, and of course this guy here, he's M. Bison's, and there's another boxer which they haven't released yet. I mean, either Storm Collectibles or SH Figuarts haven't released yet. You can see on the pictures right here, this is Balrog. Okay, so not this guy, but I also know that there are some country, I think it's from Japan, this guy is usually known as Balrog. He's Vega and the boxer guy is Bison's. So they actually mix up between these three. I'm not sure why, but from where I come from, this is Vega, this is Bison's, and that guy is Balrog. Okay, so just want to let you guys know why I'm calling him Vega instead of what it says on the box, Balrog. Okay, so Vega, I'm quite fond of him because I remember when I used to play Street Fighter 2, I likes to use him because of the claws and because of his ability to crawl on the wall and then he can just jump and do a step. It's pretty cool. Yep. And again with the mask, with the mask on, I mean, I'm a fan of the mask when I was young because it's quite cool wearing a mask with a claw. I mean, it just wow, you know. Okay, so let's take a look at the box. At the side here, there's nothing much, just saying Balrog, which is Vega to me. And this is very cool art, but it's actually from the figure. I'm quite surprised they are not using any 3D arts or anything like that. And at the back, you can see all the things that he can do, the poses, and if I'm not wrong, he just comes with you know, the what do you call that? The fence, yeah, the fence that he can crawl on. That's pretty cool as well. So let's get this open. Okay, so this is the figure right out of the box. Let's take a closer look. Oh my god, he actually looks much better than I thought. Wow, you can actually see his eyes underneath those masks. Very cool. And the tattoo of the snake, although it looks very cartoonish, but that's how he looks like in the game as well. So I think they just want to keep it as similar as it is to the games. So yep. And this one is looking very good as well. Just look at the gold. My, okay. And of course his claw. Wow. And these things are sharps. Okay, so be very careful when you are handling them. Wow. Okay, I mean, as usual, there's nothing to be surprised of because the SH Figuarts are known to have the most attention to detail, and the paints are all very nicely done. Okay, my god. Okay, I'm loving him more than I thought. Okay, one of the reason why I'm actually getting him is because okay, again, some history here. I collect Street Fighters figures, but only from the Storm Collectibles. Yep, especially for the male version. But I do collect some Street Fighter from SH Figuarts, but I only collect the females only. So far, I have Cammy, Chun-Li, as well as Sakura. So these three are actually the females from Street Fighter. From the SH Figuarts which I collect, but for the guys version I actually prefer the Storm Collectibles because I feel that they are somehow, I just feel the overall look for the Storm Collectible is slightly better than the SH Figuarts. Okay, so also you might ask, why do I collect this guy from the SH Figuarts then? She's not a female or anything like that. So the reason is because one of it is because Storm Collectibles haven't announced to make Vega yet, so I'm actually waiting for them to make because there are 4 villains from Street Fighter which I want to collect, which is the M Bisons, Zangief, which I already have, Sagat, which they have recently released, and this guy Vega. So this 4 guys is like the 4 heavenly king of the bad guys to me. Yeah, so but now Storm Collectible haven't announced this guy yet, and I have seen some comparison for people who have bought him with the Storm Collectibles, and he actually scaled pretty well because he's quite large for SH Figuarts. I'll show you in the size comparison later. And yeah, so as we all know that Storm Collectible is very much larger than SH Figuarts. Yep, so since he can actually scale pretty well, so I just can't resist and I get him first. Of course, if the Storm Collectible is making him, I'll buy it as well. Okay, so then I can do a comparison for you guys. So let's start with the articulations. Okay, so for the articulation, we can be very assured that SH Figuarts does not disappoint. So we know that the head can pretty much move freely. You can look down pretty much, looking up very much as well, because the hair doesn't hinder anything. Sorry about that. So you can see is there's a 2 portion of articulations on the hair. One part is here, okay, the other part is the ponytail. So this part is not movable, so don't try to bend anything here, it might just break. Okay, so and then we have the joints. The collar is actually movable. Let me see. Yeah, the collar is movable for this side. Oh, okay, let's see, maybe it's the neck that is blocking it. Yep, so the collar, you can see the inner bone collar is movable, and it's not really a butterfly joint, but it's just for him to move upwards like this, so that he can do the pose where he, you know, he just flying off and doing things like this from the fencing. Yeah, it's very cool. Okay, this is the first time I see the such a design of the collar articulations. Okay, so there is no arm swivel with bicep swivel, unfortunately. There's a double joint elbow, and of course the hands are movable as well. And there's 2 portion of the articulations over the chest area. Okay, you can bend pretty much, crazy bend for this guy here. There's a slight gap which is not good. Okay, then you can bend pretty much upwards. I'm sorry, I'm backwards, but again it's showing a lot of gaps, which is again not truly recommended. This piece is a separate piece that you can move around when you're posing him, and of course so that it won't articulate, it won't hinder any of your poses. Okay, so for the leg there's a swivel here, which is good. Okay, and you can see this is a new, not very new, it's new compared to the older toys for SH Figuarts. This is the new design. If you have collect Dragon Ball series, you will have recognized this. Okay, it's not something new for you. And then there's a double joint knee. Okay, and then the leg is free to move. It's a ball joint. Okay, of course there is a swivel here on the legs. Okay, so you can kick pretty much anyhow you want, and you can do a perfect split. So this is what they call it as a fighting body. They actually have that mentioned that on the box is a fighting body purely for the Street Fighter series, if I'm not mistaken. So you won't be seeing design like this on any other lines like Dragon Balls or the Marvel line. Yeah, this is purely for us to pose very dynamic poses when we are posing him to fight. Okay, so let's take a look into the articulation. The accessories. Okay, so as you can see, these are all the accessories that it comes with. So as usual, let's go through the hands first. Comes with a pair of fist hands that comes on the figures, and then there's another extra right hand which is without the claw. Okay, if you don't want to pose him with the claws. And there's a pair of hands with the something like a stance before he starts to fight. I didn't know he have a very long fingernails. Okay, as you can see, he has a very long fingernails. And then There's also a pair of hands, which is I suppose is when he wins the competitions. He if you remember, I think he throws some roses or something. So these are the hands for it, I think. like something like it's either after he wins or when he's fighting, he just asks the guys to come and fight him or something like that. Come and get me, you know. Okay, and then he comes with the they call this a waistcloth. So it's supposed to be put together on his waist. So this piece here is actually, there's a joint that you can actually articulate, and this piece here is also slightly movable. You can turn it around, so it doesn't hinder anything. Even if you put it on, it can still articulate. So let's try. Yeah, so it's supposed to look something like this. Okay, very cool. And last but not least, of course, he comes with his unmasked face, which is he's supposed to be very handsome. So I think they did capture his face pretty good. And of course, I think some of you might have to question whether the mask is removable. I can say that it is. I'm not sure if you... Let's try it. I've not tried to remove it before. Okay. Okay, so this is where the instruction manuals come in handy, and I do have two. I'm not sure why they actually given me two of the same instruction. So you're supposed to change the whole head as mentioned here. So it's just a matter of removing it just like that, I think. Oh, okay. Wow, this is odd. Okay, so it's just a matter of putting it on and just taking it off. Okay, this is for him to hold on to after he wins. Thing should be these hands or something to hold the mask. Okay, and the head, if you want to put it on, you just need to remove his hair and put it onto the back. Okay, they just pop back the head in. Okay, so this time is something special. I mean, they don't just ask you to remove the face, they give you the entire head. Ouch. Although they don't give you the ponytail. Okay. Okay, so just put it on. Voila. Okay, so this is how you change the head. And it just comes with, as usual, they give two pieces of the backdrops. It comes with every figures, and each of them are different based on the figures. So Chun-Li have her own, as well as Cammy and Sakura. They are both having, I mean, they are all having the backdrops, which is different and is origin to the figures only. So it's very cool. I mean, I like it a lot, although it's just two pieces of cardboards. And of course, it just comes with the fencing that I mentioned, okay, which I will go through later to show you how it's done. Okay, so it's very cool. I mean, it doesn't come with much, but I think this is, oh yeah, some people, I saw some review there saying that he's missing a rose because he's supposed to have a rose after he won the fighting. He actually hold roses. Okay, yeah, so that doesn't come with it. Okay, so let's move on to the next section. Okay, I just realized something. For all his right hands except for the one that there's no the golden kind of plates on it, the claw is actually removable. You can see that it's easily removable, and you can actually connect them to different hands. Okay, so this is something that I realized just now. It's very cool. You can just remove them and just connect to whichever hands that you want to use. So it's very cool. Okay, so for the next session, I'm going to show you how to put on the fences. There's just a minor assembly that you need to do. So they give you two pieces of this as well as two pieces of this. So you can just do it two ways. Either you put it like this, which many people does. Okay, just combine them together, and then there's a joint here that you can put it on. This is like a stabilizer for the fence to stand. Okay, and of course they also mentioned that these holes that you can see right here, you can actually put the Tamashii Nation stands on it. You can poke the Tamashii Nation stand so that you can have some flying poses for Vega or anything like that. So a lot of people will post like this because they want him to hang on the fence, but you can also do it this way, whereby you put it sideways. Okay, so you can just put this further. Okay, but I think the best one is, I mean, if you really want to have a wide areas for your Street Fighter to fight with the cool fences as the diorama, you need to buy two Vega so that you can put another one on top, that it will looks very nice. Okay, I mean, if you are into those kind of display, I mean, I wish to, I mean, if let's say I find any good deals, I'll buy another one and then just put it. Okay, so this is how you do it. Okay, so for the size comparison, of course I'll compare him with the Storm collectible first. Let's take a look at Bisons. Okay, we have the M Bisons here. Wow, okay, so I mean he's bigger than the camera. Okay, yeah, so you can see his Bison is pretty much humongous because yeah, he's like that in the game. He's the boss, so he have to be big. Okay, so this is real from the Storm collectibles as well. So you can see that although I mean the size isn't really there, but it's still scaled pretty well, I would say. Yeah. Okay, so right up next, I will compare him with the SH Figuarts ladies from Street Fighter, of course. So we have Chun-Li here, and then we have Cammy. Okay, all these are from SH Figuarts. Then we have Sakura as well. Okay, like I mentioned, I only buy the females for the SH Figuarts. The reason why is because the Storm collectibles females like the Chun-Li, she actually looks pretty manly to me. So I think SH Figuarts actually makes the ladies pretty well. That's why I collecting SH Figuarts for the ladies from Street Fighters. Okay, so next is some totally unrelated characters to Street Fighter. I'm just showing you guys so that you have a rough idea on how does it scale. So this will be the Marvel Legends 80th anniversary Iron Man, the Alex Ross version, as well as we have the Figma Deadpool, my favorite, and lastly we have the Batman Sovereign Knight from Mesco, as well as the latest Venom from Mayfax. Okay, so my final verdict for this guy will be pretty high because I have been waiting for a decent Vega and this seems to be it. Of course, I do hope that some collectibles will be making him soon so that I will collect that as well. So I'm giving him a 9.5 out of 10. Yep, just he seems pretty perfect to me, but just can't seems to, I mean, I just can't seem to give him a perfect 10 somehow. I don't know why. Yeah, so yep, the best thing is the fans. I actually didn't expect them to give it to us because I was thinking, I mean, I saw the promo pictures, so I thought they just put that for the promotional purpose, but they actually do give it, which is very cool. Yeah, because the rest of the Street Fighter, I don't think they ever give any dioramas as the backdrop. Yeah, so far they hasn't given any. Yeah, so this is the Vega that, I mean, he have everything that I wanted in a Vega, especially the Amas, the fully extra head for the Amas face, as well as the mask is removable. That part is like a total bonus. Yeah, so yeah, so this guy is great, man. I mean, if you are fans of the classic Street Fighter, even though it says this is for Street Fighter 5, I mean, it can be a Street Fighter 2, the classic ones. Yep, so he's really nice. Even if you guys are the collectors for Storm collectibles like me, this guy is totally worth it to get it into. I mean, he can scale very well with the Storm Collectibles Street Fighter as well. So yep, so I hope you like this simple review. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and leave me a comment if you have any further question to ask about this guy. And of course, subscribe to my channel because I'll have new contents almost every day, and try to actually get some other new things to be featured in my channel as well. So I hope you guys stay tuned for it, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.